Well, joining us now is a local filmmaker who's recently debuted a film about the possibility of seeing the consequences of your actions before they even take place. Now, wouldn't that be great? Well, Matt Morgan from Casualty Films is here to tell us all about time-free dentistry. If going to the dentist is already a nightmare, well, this project takes that to another level. Joining me now is Matt Morgan to tell us all about the struggles and the work that it's taken to make this project come to life. Matt, thank you so much for joining us. Such a pleasure to see you again.
It's great to see you as well. It's quite an intro. I'm not sure I can live up to all of it, but I'll try.
I'm sure you will. And there's going to be so much more we're going to learn about you. And just to start us off, tell me how you got started in filmmaking.
I bought a Mac computer and it had a program called Final Cut Pro on it.
Of course,
like, this
classic.
Looks interesting, and I started fiddling with it. And next thing you know, I'm like building my own camera rigs, and I'm starting to shoot videos and kind of art house sort of stuff. And one thing led to another, and here it is. I guess probably 10 years later, I'm now a producer. I have my own film production company. So
how amazing is that?
It's totally amazing.
It has to do with everything, you know, technology, the way that it is today. You can just be self-made if you really just focus.
Absolutely, yeah. And the technology has gotten less expensive. It's gotten easier to acquire things,
yeah.
And it's very user-friendly, and it only continues to get better.
That's right. So today we're talking about a very special project of yours that you said it's taken a while to finally come to completion, right?
Yeah, about 2.5 years. Wow. And it was only supposed to be a short film of, 22 minutes and some change. And, sometimes life gets in the way when you're doing things. But we persevered and we came through, and we're pretty proud and pretty happy with what we've done.
You know what I loved about your story is that, like you said, it was supposed to be something small, and even though all these other things took place, you didn't give up.
This is true. Yeah, it was a really tough time for me. I had gone through some personal issues. I'd been laid off from my job. I'd had a day job, and I'd been there for like close to 8 years. So for me, financially, emotionally, spiritually, it was just a roller coaster. But I promised myself that I was going to finish this thing for the guys and the girls and the cast and the crew, and come what may after that.
I love it, and I happened to, again, stumble upon this beauty of a debut of the day of your film, just being in the right day, the right area at the right time. And it was just amazing how that happened. And we just happened to come in when the lights were just, getting low, and we got to see the whole thing. And we didn't know what we were coming into, but it's just so creative. It's nothing like anything I've seen before. So how did you come up with this concept?
Well, I've been working with several other guys. Alex Robles is our director, and Terry Adams is our cinematographer, and Joseph Luna is our screenwriter. And we worked together on a couple of previous projects, one back in 2015 called The Brazilian Affair. It was another short film. We did pretty well, and we thought, well, we're doing pretty good. Let's make another one. Sure. Yeah. And it was a script that was meant for one of the 48-hour film festivals here in town, because we're kind of active in the local film scene. But it didn't get used, and I thought it was a winner. I'm like, let's do this. This sounds like so much fun. And I pressed them, and they said, okay, yeah. And so we raised a little bit of money. We had a Indiegogo campaign. We had some people that contributed, and half the cast and crew from our first film came back to work on this film, which we thought was really cool. And it was really got the loyalty and the feelings that we had, and the working on the set together was really special.
That's beautiful that you had those people believe in your project, even with that. And I feel like you've shown that all along throughout the years. Just you kept believing in this. So tell the audience a little bit about this story. What's it about?
Well, it's a dentist has a device that allows them to go back in time a couple of hours, and of course, whenever you have time travel, something bad is going to happen. It's just a guarantee. And it's a sci-fi comedy. It's about 23 minutes, and has a lot of special effects, and it's got some humorous moments as well. So
It does.
yeah, we were fortunate to land a place in Chula Vista.
If people are excited to maybe see your film, where can they see the next time that you're going to be showing it?
Our website, casualtyfilms.com. We try to keep it updated, and I'm actually in the process of making a new trailer. Should be up here about the time this show airs. Yay! And like I said, we're hoping that the film festival. We've been in 2 already, and we're kind of added a couple more, hoping that we'll get accepted in a couple more.
And how does this work vary from your previous films?
How does it vary? This was logistically, it was not, I wouldn't say a nightmare, but it was like so much more than we had been
With the special
working
effects?
with. The special effects, there was more cast members, there was more crew members. We actually had a crew member pass away, not on the set, but he was due to be on set at 11 for makeup, and the director, Alex, says to me, Matt, can you call Danny and find out where he is? And I call, and his companion, Bridget, picks up and says, I'm sorry, he's been admitted to the hospital for emergency surgery. And I'm like, oh, wow. And a couple days later, he passed. He was close to 80. He was like a local fixture here in the San Diego film scene, so we dedicated the film to him.
That's really beautiful, in memory of him.
Yep.
So he wasn't able to make it.
No.
But you made that project work regardless. It seems like you've gone through a lot.
Yeah, it was quite a roller coaster. So, but I think in life, adversity kind of makes you stronger, makes you a better person, a better human being.
I couldn't agree more. When you told me the story of everything you had gone through to make this work, that's really what inspired me to have you come here, because, a lot of us have projects, and like you said, it wasn't meant to be a big project. It wasn't supposed to take this long. And a lot of our goals and dreams aren't supposed to take a long time, but if you keep working, they will happen. And I really think you're a perfect example of that.
Thank you. Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, life sometimes gets in the way, but I've never been a quitter. I've always persevered. I've always pushed forward, and I figured, you know what, if this is going to be the last one I do, I'll go out with a bang. But, here it is, 8-9 months later, I have a whole new job that takes me all over the world, and I still get to make films. So
I'm sure it won't be the last, and we'll have you back here. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Matt. Well, I think we all might be rethinking time travel now. I can't wait to see what Matt is going to come up with next. You got to stay with us, because right after the break, we'll be talking to Rosa Maria Hernandez. She's here to tell us how we can all be a part